Well, here we are at Stendrup Ag Partners, a family farm that's been in existence for a long time here in the Weed Patch, Arvin area. And I'm Gene Lundquist with the Water Association of Kern County, and we're interviewing Kent Stendrup, one of the partners. Kent, tell us a little bit about Stendrup Ag Partners here.
Well, our family has been here in this area since 1927. It's still a family farm, third generation at this point. I'm proud to be part of that. Fairly diversified at this time with vines and trees, and 50% vines and trees, and the balance, the other 50% row crops. We face a lot of the issues that many of the other local farms are facing right now. The lack of surface water, which is causing us to look for the groundwater. And here you can see in the background, we're lowering once again another one of our wells. Of our 14 wells this year, deep wells, we're lowering 8 of the 14. The recommended drop is 60 feet. Each joint of pipe here is 20 foot long, so instead of just putting down 20 feet, we've chosen to go 60 feet, so we might not have to do this on an annual basis. We hope that'll solve the problem. Yes, lowering it 60 feet increases your energy costs, but water's the key issue here. Our district we're in the Arvin Edison district and also Kern Delta Water District. The delivery of the state water, whether it's going to be 5 or 10% this year, we'll wait and see. We also have water utility rights out of the Kern River, which are a huge benefit to the farm. So,
well, we had an announcement late last month that the initial allocation, and they're guessing at this point from the Department of Water Resources, will be 10%. But of course that can change according to the precipitation that we get and the snowpack.
Well, of course that's right. 10% is better than 5%, but 50% would be much better. We still need to store. Storage is the answer, whether it's through reservoirs or water banking. That's got to be the answer. Along with all the politics involved, you'll see the signs on the freeways. The best sign I've seen is one that says "Pray for rain." That's my favorite.
Well, and that's about right. Now, you've been here quite a while. Of course, your dad and grandfather and uncles and so on were here in 27, but have you seen a situation like this where you had to lower the bowls 60 feet?
No. We've lowered a well here and there every once in a while, but never a situation like this. I've been active on the farm since '81. There was a drought back in '77, when there were more severe drought periods, and we lowered 1 or 2 at that point, but not 50% of our capacity, no.
Yeah. Well, it's a dire situation, and I think you're right. I think prayer is probably the best thing, but we've got to get together and we've got to convince some other people that we can get water through the Delta.
That's, of course, the Delta politics that we here as simple farmers down in Arvin, we're not involved in that, but maybe we should be more involved.
Well, you actually are, because most of the water districts are pretty involved in it with the Kern County Water Agency and so on. Well, I wonder how many crews SA Camp has got, because there've got to be a lot of farmers. This has to be a typical scene here in the Central Valley, all up and down.
All up and down, the repair rigs and obviously the drilling rigs that you'll see. They're drilling more water wells in Kern County than they ever have, at the faster pace than they ever have. I don't know any statistics on that, but everybody's, as explained to me, they're putting more straws in the drink, and eventually that drink will get empty too. Storage is the key.
How deep is it to water here?
We're at 380 to 390 feet.
Okay. Now back 20, 30 years ago, it was probably around 280 to 300, wasn't it?
I would say probably at 300 or 320.
Yeah.
I could go back and look, but no. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a pretty good swag estimate. Are you familiar with the new groundwater law that was just passed and signed by the governor?
Not like I should be, but we'll stay tuned. We'll continue to learn on that one too.
Well, it's not going to take effect immediately, but it's going to definitely have an effect, and so everybody's going to have to get familiar with it.
And it may become the right answer for this. So if it becomes if it's installed equitably for all users, then it'll be a good tool for all of us.
Right. Well, I think that Kern County is a little ahead of the game because we have the county, all the water districts and people that are interested in water have formed a JPA, a Joint Powers Authority, which is required to deal with this law. And compared to a lot of other counties, I think we're ahead of the game. The main thing that they're talking about there, Kent, is, you know, keeping the power within the districts and locally, rather than the state.
As long as the districts that are adjacent to one another can get along, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. Whether it's a power struggle or they are able to work together, the like districts that are adjacent to one another. You know, we do not want to send all control up to Sacramento. I don't agree with that either.
Exactly. Well, Kent, thanks for talking with us today. Have you got anything to say that you'd like to put out here before we conclude this?
Whether it's pray for rain or please increase storage and utilize the water that we do get as a gift.
Okay. Well, thanks again, Kent.
Thank you, Gene.